As you know what else I like too? I like that my vision is going, so I can't read things. So like when I if I get like an email or something like that, like I can go, what does it say? Okay, whatever.
And you can
I don't
you
feel
use that
compelled to like read the whole thing. I don't feel compelled to put my reading glasses and go into depth. I just look at it, take a quick glance. Do I need to pay attention to this? That's just some bullshit.
Yeah.
Think about some important things.
That's like old man flakiness. I can't see that shit. I can't see shit.
What is that?
What is that? Nah, whatever.
What's that fucking
Put
newspaper?
the goddamn game on.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck. I'm practicing not giving a fuck. I've always been good at it, but I'm like actively working on it harder and harder more now than ever.
It's tough, especially if you're thinking about it. It's tough not to not give a fuck, but also be very aware and thinking about things all the time. Where you have to, if you're saying you don't give a fuck, you do give a fuck because you're making the choice to be like, I don't give a fuck. But you still do give a fuck. You just like, I'm not going to react in a way as somebody that gives a fuck. But I give a fuck. Yeah. I'm making a choice, though.
You know what it's like? It's like I'm pretending I don't give a fuck by saying I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I'm like putting that out there. I'm like making a conscious decision to not give a fuck. But in doing so, I'm giving a fuck about not giving a fuck. Yeah. Which means you give a fuck.
You know who don't give a fuck?
Who?
Locksmiths.
Why's that?
They don't give locksmith confidence, dog.
Why don't they give a fuck? Because they can open any door?
Because they can open any door, and you call them about the lock. I mean, I guess they have to eyeball it and see what it is. But I call, like I was locked out of in New York, and I say, you come through, and I'll be there. And I tell them that I'll be there in 5 minutes. What's the price? I'll let you know when I'm there. Like that's confidence. Right. I'm gonna tell you when I'm there because you need to get into your place.
Yeah, it's true.
And yeah, and so I've sent locksmiths away just as an act of
too much money.
Just as an act of aggression, yeah. Where he was like, "It's this much," and I was like trying to talk him down, and he wasn't having it. And he was like, "So," and I was like, "It's fine, dog. It's all good." And I just sat in my hallway for. I think I went to the bar a couple doors down, just called the locksmith.
How much did you save?
Not worth that time, but it was good for my spirit.
It felt good. Now, did you get a vibe off that dude? Like you had a vibe off that lady? You didn't want to give her your number? There's like a vibe off a dude?
It's just, I think it's just because I just see how quick they can do it, and I'm like, I could do that in, like they do it in maybe 20, 30 seconds sometimes. And I'm like, I could learn how to do it in the 5-minute version of that. How fast they do it. And so it makes me, when I see how they do it, it pisses me off to know that he can just break in my shit at any time and that he's just charging me an arbitrary price because his market is kind of, all over the place.
Yeah, well, I guess they have a skill and they should be paid for that.
Absolutely.
Right. So, like, do you remember how much money it was?
I don't know. 150, let's say 150.
Oh, I would have just given him the money.
I'm probably.
Yeah, but you you got an enjoyment out of saying no.
Yeah, because I think he's used to motherfuckers be like, sure. And I'm like, you know what? You got this skill. You can break into people's houses and shit. I've seen people do this shit fast, and I'm not having it. I live on a block. I live on a block with I'm not in a suburban area. My block in Brooklyn and Williamsburg, I got one of the most lit blocks.
A lot of shit to do.
It's just, it's like 4 bars just on my very block. I was like, I got time to kill. Went down to my local and played some skee ball, hung out. Yeah. Why not?
How much did you offer to take off?
I don't remember the specifics of the negotiation, but it was a very nominal amount.
Like that $20?
Meant nothing. Yeah, and he wasn't really budging and shit. Yeah, it was just,
Insight into the mind of Hannibal Buress.
That's how my dad was.
3 apartments, rents them out with an Airbnb, $700 watch, big spend, no car.
No car.
Won't pay for a locksmith.
Will pay for a locksmith. I did pay for a locksmith.
Will, but not that one.
Not that one. Yeah.
How much do you think you saved on the second locksmith?
Not much, man. But drink money. I had some drinks at that bar. So, yeah, $20, $30. Yeah.
I kicked in my door once. Didn't have my lock. Didn't have my key.
Were you with the family, or was just you?
No, I was by myself. When I was it was pre-cell phone days.
Oh, okay. I thought
front kicked the shit out of that door and called the dude.
Yeah.
It's like, what happened? I was like, yeah, I didn't have my key. Had to fix the door jam the whole day. that little metal thing, that was all bent and fucked up. It's amazing how easy it is to kick open a door. Like when you see those dudes like banging their shoulder against the door, if you got a solid front kick, there's no way that door survives. They just open. Unless it's a pull for you door. If it's a pull forward door, you're fucked. Like you got to be able to kick through the door. Like you have to have a hard kick. But a push open door, super easy. They just open up.
You know, you said you were solo when you did it, but I just still have a locked image of your family with you while you kick open the door, and the kids like, yeah.
Well, if they were crying, I would. I kicked open the door once on the set of News Radio, and we blamed it on the band Anthrax.
Oh, it wasn't part of a scene. It was just you were. It
was a door to the break room. We were drunk, and I was with Maura Tierney, and she was like, God, I'm fucking hungry. I want to get in that break room. And I'm like, I can get in that door. And she's like, how are you getting in that door? I go, I'd have to kick it open. She goes, you can kick open that door. I go, yeah. And she goes, do it. I go, all right, here we go. Ba-bloom! I just kicked the shit out of that door. And it bent all of the shit that like works inside the door.
Yeah.
And then, but it was so worth it.
Wait, is this
very shady though to blame it on that band? It was wrong. They were working on the set that week. They were on the episode with us. To this day.
Is this at NBC Universal?
I think we were on Sunset Gower at the time.
Yeah,
I think.
Kicking in.
I just stomped a hole in that door.
Wait,
that's a big old metal door too.
Did you used to act?
Yeah, those
drunk
guys.
Sometimes did you do some scenes drunk?
No. This was after the episode had been done. Oh, wow, that's how pixelated is that? Yeah, that's them They were cool guys though. I hope production didn't call them. Because we were like, who, they were like, who fucked up the door? Like, who knows? And they were like, probably that fucking band. We're like, probably. Yeah. If I would guess it was that band. We just fucked up a door for like $10 in potato chips.
Yeah, I was wondering what the take was. Just
not much.
Just some chips.
Snack foods, whatever was available.
It felt good in the moment.
Oh, dude, just be able to do that feels amazing.
Yeah.
To be able to kick a door open.
My buddy Azar gave me this tip about like when he goes to the movies, he just orders a kid's ticket, and because the people taking the tickets, they don't look really, they just look at the theater number and the movie.
Right.
And I did it the first time, and it was 2 tickets. We saving $4 or whatever, 4 and some change, but it felt amazing. It felt like. It felt like a mini heist,
Really?
Yeah, it felt really good. Like,
it's like you're nervous. Like, don't look.
It was a little bit of nerve.
Don't look. We're good.
Yeah, the girl didn't want to do that shit. She was like, "Why are you doing this?"
You're with a girl and you did that?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a problem. Can't do that with a girl.
Yes, you can. You show them who you are. This is me. I am unreasonably cheap. Yeah, this is who I am. We are seeing a movie together.
You're setting the stage too. So like when that prenup comes, she understands.
Yeah. It was fine.
She's not going to go, I can't believe you brought a prenup.
Yeah.
She's like, of course, you know me. I cheat at the movie theater.
Right.
I pretend to be a kid for $4.
Exactly. But that $4, that sends your brain into a great place.
That's something that a lot of women really get upset by.
What?
Cheapness.
Yo, I was out with this girl in Atlanta, and we went to this club. She was driving, and we park in this parking lot. It's like one of those situations where you park in a parking lot. It was a dentist's office, but now somebody's charging for it. And so my immediate question, it was like $5 for the parking spot, right? But my immediate question is, do they have a deal with this dentist's office, or do they just charge at night for people to park in this dentist's office? Because I'm like, you're not the dentist. Why can you come up? And I was telling her, I'm like, I told her that I was going to say that before we got out the car. I was like, I'm going to ask him if he's a dentist. I'm not going to. And she was like, ha. And then we get out, and I was like, you're not the dentist. She was like, what the fuck is going on?
She was upset that you actually did it?
Yeah, and so I was really about to be like, wait, what's the chances of it getting told? Like, I was really not because of I think the cheapness was a part of it, but it was genuinely I wanted to know the reality of the situation.
Right.
And
did they explain it to you?
No, she was getting upset, and I just paid the $5.
She got real upset?
Not really upset, but enough where we didn't have the same sense of humor and frugality, whereas we weren't on the same wavelength as far as that interaction, so she wasn't rolling with me.
That drives a lot of women crazy when they find out that you're cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was...
You're supposed to be bold. Like, that's one thing that women like. Like, they like when dudes make it rain.